Got a cat back. Oh yeah. Well, we were civil affairs. So, 06, 07. We work with any of the units. We were tasked to division all over that. Henry, Potter City, Moody, all the districts. We've had shield and storm, so through 93. Well, what about this year? The longest, we were deployed every Sunday. Came back every Friday. Our vehicles at times because my helicopters with other places. We were deployed. For how long? 50 weeks out of the first year. That's 50 deployments. What do you do? Mark, yeah, they did that for two.
Hi, Jared. How are you this morning?
Hello, we're hanging in there.
Good.
For the I never did it.
I know you got the money, so
I don't think I missed anything. I know a lot of change.
Did George saunter in with us?
I think he snuck in with nobody looking.
You like my photos?
Not really.
My accessories?
Must have got it on clearance.
All right, now this country's going to like we get a jump. We talk about it. No, that's jumping. And let me get you all. Oh, there's no place to do that around here.
You got the minute?
Oh, no, we can go through where Is this what happened every 6 days?
I'm in the door.
I'm in the door.
You guys do have to sit up here. All of our lights being go ECS.
Right, the backup sergeant.
Yeah. Yes, Sergeant.
We're waiting for Greg.
Okay, you got the, yeah.
One mark. All right.
To be able to ride the day.
What, he's got shorts and sneakers?
Yeah, my girlfriend wants to go for a bicycle ride. I haven't ridden a bicycle while I took it for a ride the other day just to make sure I could ride.
Where are you?
I went half a block. We're gonna do Lincoln Park.
That sounds pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We were looking for the bicycle path over at 33.
Well, we decided to
We heard there was a path over, but we ended up doing the walking path.
Hey, call to order.
Welcome everyone, monthly meeting. I'm George. Anyways, called Brett. Post sign your door and shirt, main foot. All shirt. Please silence all devices.
Everybody, attention to color. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ready, two. Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats.
President, Secretary,
Here.
Sergeant Arms.
This is our Travis here.
We don't have any new members I know about. We're looking at something.
I think we're good. Oh, Nick.
Motor T.
Yeah, Nick. But he wouldn't go the other way. Finance report for month end of November, we are at $6,049.12. We made $125 today on the breakfast, which is about what we're averaging for breakfast. If we spent $100, I gotta look at $100 on potatoes is what we needed for breakfast today. So that will come out of next month's line item. All right. Let's see. Last month's minutes, 12/11. Senior Vice Mike Miller called to order. We had 12 members present. George was out that day, but he was excused, so we'll let him slide. No new membership applications. We talked the minutes of the last meeting. Treasurer's report was $5,970. Let's see, reports. Bike night brought in 150. We discussed bike night brought in $150. Breakfast brought in $120. So 120 last month, 25 this month. Pretty consistent. We discussed the Club 52 Christmas run. Jerry kind of brought up some issues with that. Myself, we talked about dues. So dues were due in January. We had some people that went ahead and paid early. No real major public announcements or current events. We did talk about Squat and Gobble, which was 15 December, Mount Armo, 19 January, Outriggers. We delayed the Okeechobee Run discussion for the president to be back. No old business, no new business. Rides. We did talk about we was doing an afternoon ride for a 100-year-old vet down at American Legion. And then Joe Dean's escort up to the National Cemetery for burial on 12/13. Good of the order, we covered annual dues, $25 due in January, and there was no further business. Next meeting was 1 minutes from last month.
Yeah, if you didn't join us all for that tribute to that 100-year-old veteran, he's a World War II D-Day invasion veteran, and he was standing outside the Yellow Dog Cafe with probably most of the restaurant. And we got police escorted with a good number of bikes. I'd say 75, maybe motorcycles, and we all rode by and waved to him. He was standing there in his suit, very humbled, I'm sure, but it was quite a tribute. It was really fun. Joined the American Legion post and other posts that showed up. It was really cool. Yep. I didn't do the veteran for the veteran cemetery room. The following Wednesday, Josh, did you go?
Yeah, so, we was pretty good, maybe 7 or 8 bites.
Yeah, so, that,
11 bites, from not only from this group here, but like his neighbors, and a couple others. We had the chaplain from, who was it? Chaplain from,
what is it,
I can't remember the group. Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder chaplain came up. So,
there was enough of
yep, it was a good event. We rolled up there, had the ceremony, rolled back here. They had an open bar. Everybody gonna go to Joe and all that stuff. It was a good event. His wife was very appreciative and everything like that. Cool. Definitely good for especially kind of a last minute day here when we got going on. Appreciate everybody that came up.
They had a nice.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
this one of unusual months, like nights next Friday.
Yep.
Record, how much record we have, yes? Prize.
Peace.
Oh, easy.
Right.
Sorry, you were hidden behind the subs that we have.
All right. Oh, that's not required. Yeah, you're good to be a member without.
They'll suck
But
you
not
for
now,
that.
but that could be.
Did you stop doing the 3 minutes?
No, 3 events is still for the pack. You know, you do 3 events and you get that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so an old business, you know, the shirt. There's tan ones out there. That's just VFW shirt out there. That's our the tan and our we still have a few of the riders somewhere that the large one. Which is what we have. Definitely. We were going to get with Jake and find out where we got these made.
So we said we want to do more shirts.
Well, I mean, does anybody out there need it?
Talking about the one you have on.
Yeah. I need to buy it.
All right, so we'll get with, we'll see what inventory
We
we have.
got the shirts from Carlson's T-shirts over in Satellite Beach. That's where they ordered these from.
Oh, good, okay.
So, what do you wear, extra large?
I'll do, I'll look at doing maybe 5 per side and seeing what that would run. And all that, so we want to do another order shirt. Do a motion to allocate maybe, $500 per shirt. I'll make a motion to allocate $500 for, t-shirts.
Second,
All right.
Yes.
What's everybody say on that?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
So after we're going for a ride today, he's looking down there, Moody down. Any other suggestions?
I brought up if you guys want to try something a little different, just a little further down, it's called Alfred. You just go down a little further on US Route 1, right before you cross over the bridge, just dash, make a right turn, just go wide open on.
No, that's the one we're doing on the 19th.
Oh, okay.
What and go.
Yeah, that's, oh, cool.
Yeah.
It's a neat little place.
Yeah.
It's a little common. Stand up, 6:15
What's that?
on the 19th. That's
6.
That's first here.
Yes.
Okay, so new business.
Yeah, this kind of crosses over a little bit. So I need a little bit of guidance, and I just want to bring the group up to speed. And I don't know if this relates to the VFW or the riders. They all kind of look to the pavilion back there that we were talking about. You know, so I got pretty excited because I actually found a construction company on the West Coast that I thought they were going to donate time and materials and stuff like that. But they didn't realize when we were going back and forth that we were all the way over here, and they kind of bagged out. So I'm kind of back to square one, but I'm not worried about it. But what I need to do is find out how you want to approach this thing, because anytime you build a building structure, you know, we really should look at permanent, okay? And I don't want to start opening up the door and asking questions of the county, because I need to, before I can put together an estimate and a plan, I have to know what we can do. You know, what are the setbacks from the building? You know, we have a weird situation where we have a retention pond back there. So I almost have to kind of work with somebody, but I didn't reach out to them. I don't want to do anything until I get somebody to talk to me about how we want to proceed, because I can't really plan anything without knowing what we can do.
So I think the first thing, and this was even what we were doing prior to, right, when the post was pushing it a couple of years ago, is really, we need a set of plan, right? And we can look as far, you know, and when I was looking at it, I kind of want a professional blueprint done up, right? Not a, give me a piece of paper and doing that, but we had allocated, actually back in the day, they would allocate $1,000 or $2,000 to get plans drawn up.
Yeah, right? I don't have the capability. If I was in Pennsylvania, I could get it done. I don't have those capabilities out there, but I could work with the guy to get the, I just need to know how far I can take this thing. But another suggestion would be, and something to consider, is, you know, we were talking 20 feet along the building wall and then 30 feet out. I think it might be more cost effective and be a better structure if we go 20 feet out and 30 feet along the building. So you're just changing the rectangle. But if we go the length of the building and only go 20 feet out, it's going to be a lot easier to put the roof on. It's going to be a lot easier for the supports. It's just something to think about. Maybe, because when we originally talked, it was 20 feet along the building and then 30 feet out into the detention pond. I think
That's why we need professional help. We have somebody analyze our, you know, the topography, come up with some ideas. We can't go to a.
Well, I can do all that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is I need to know, you know, I mean, because there's things called setbacks off the building. I need to know what that is. The only way I can figure that out is I got to contact somebody in the county and say, and I don't want to do that. Say, well, I don't want to act like I'm representing the VFW. So
let's do this. All right, we at the next meeting, Brett will do a motion to allocate funds to draw up plans. We'll have that discussion at the meeting. We'll allocate those funds. I'd say if you want to, if you know or can find out maybe who that would go to, right? Who would be a good architect or whatever.
I can do that later. Yeah.
Draw that up, right? Because I know who. I'd have to look back years to find out, because I had 2 different people come out and kind of discuss with them what we were talking about, and they're giving me some estimates of what those plans were going to be. And I can look and probably pull those back up.
And if anybody has anybody they know, let me know, because I'm a fish out of water down here.
Yep.
But this whole process has to be, we need to do it the right way, because we're just going to be spinning our wheels. You know, you got to know what you can do and get the right person, like, you know, Josh said, to draw up the plans. And then we figure out what the materials are, and we figure out, can we build it, or we're going to have somebody else build it, or whatever.
So we can make the official, at next meeting, we can make the official motion to push some money to actually start funding the plans. And I think the plans, once we get those plans, hey, what's the best idea with your input, with everybody's input, and we give that to the architect, what we're looking at, and then pull the trigger.
And then it's the really simple part of it is so simple. We have to agree what is the footprint that we want. Because to proceed anymore, I mean, something as simple as 20 by 30 or the other way is huge. beach.
Yep, and whether it attaches to the building or doesn't attach to the building,
Right.
all those things. Stuff.
Exactly. Okay, thanks. Josh, do you know anybody that's pulled a permit yet? Because I think we're in kind of a gray zone here. I don't know if we're actually melting one or melting.
We're technically number six.
Do I melt one too? Okay. There's an inspector, Dave, that I've worked with and other people I've worked with. It's very nice down there at the inspector's office. And he may even come out to help you get started on where to go. And he may know somebody to help you to do plans at a cheap rate. I just know his first name's Dave. But he's been very good to a lot of people that I know that have pulled their own plans and with me. And
You have his contact information?
I had it at one time on my phone, but when I was done with my permits, I wiped it. But then I got word from another friend who was just doing some stuff. And he said he ended up working with Dave, and Dave told him what he thinks, how you do it. And he says, oh, you don't even have to get hold of me until then. You know, very friendly and nice about it. But I know that they do come out before a plan just to make sure that you're gonna do the right thing in the first place. And he may know somebody and say, we can't recommend people, but this is somebody that I've talked to. You know, and they do it
And that's
in a weird way, let them know that they are recommending somebody.
Because when you get on, the last thing I want to
Oh, yeah.
last thing I want to say, we're going to move forward to the next meeting.
Correct.
Awesome. When you get into building structures, attached and detached, you attach a structure onto a building, you open up a lot of stuff. I think we'd be better off just kind of agreeing to make this a detached structure, because when you start digging into the existing building, it starts getting crazy.
Isn't this something that should be discussed at the VFW meeting instead of the writers meeting?
No, and that's what we just said. I mean, we'll kind of talk about it, but the reason we're talking about now is because the writers group has done 2 poker runs now to help fund that, right? So what we want to do is actually get that process moving, right? So we can do poker runs from now for the next 20 years to fund it, but until we have that discussion at the post level, make the correct motions, and it kind of is just stagnant.
It starts at the House Committee, you got the commander and the House Committee chairman. So it all works together. I mean, some of our money may go to it.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to propose a ride to Okeechobee the first weekend in March. I have a friend that lives down there who has volunteered to be a guide, take us around the full lakes. There is a place we have stayed at the motel. I propose that we would leave on a Friday afternoon, late afternoon, and be able to take the full day to ride around the lake. He knows where we can stop. Come back after riding around the lake. That would give the people the evening, Saturday evening, if you would like to visit the casino and or other venues within the area. Last time down, the Brahma Bull was closed. Something happened with the management, so there are other venues that we could be using for entertainment.
I think with some of the people that aren't retired, I think it'd be better to get there on Friday, maybe stay tonight, but do the ride on Saturday.
That's what you just said.
No, he said go down and do the ride on Friday.
Oh, so ride down Friday.
Leave here Friday.
Yeah.
That way Saturday morning we can leave.
Oh, okay.
We can have breakfast
All right, I thought you mentioned Saturday.
someplace and then do the full tour all the way
Oh,
around.
that's ideal, yeah. Yep.
This doesn't rush everything.
Yep.
I just did that. I just rode around Lake Okeechobee like a week ago, and it's a pretty cool ride, but in a way it's a little disappointing because all you see is the berm.
Yeah.
There's a berm that goes all around. I'm not trying to disappoint anybody, it's a neat ride, but you need a whole day to do the ride, because if you don't push it, then people are going to be going way too fast. So.
But that's why I
Yeah,
suggest
your idea is a good idea. Friday night, chill out, Saturday morning, go for the ride so you can take your time, because if you're gonna ride, you should do it together at a reasonable rate of speed. Otherwise, it's a pretty long ride.
This person is involved with several of the organizations in Okeechobee, i.e. the VFW, AMVET, and he has the AMVET riders would like to ride with us. Would make it a nice ride.
Lee said that he was gonna bring.
I second
This
the
meeting.
motion that we do it in March. I got a point of order.
Yes.
March 3rd through the 12th is bike week.
Exactly. That's Daytona Bike Week. I'm already committed to go to a swap meet and
The following
auction
week,
and
the 12th
this,
would be a
that's,
better choice because we, or any weekend. So I know that we're gonna be up there with dogs already. And I want to do both.
So really, if you look at March, you have 5 weeks starting that weekend. You have St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th, which is usually, we kind of do something big here, so maybe it's,
Josh, when is the travel memorial?
that is April 30th,
Yeah, we're gonna keep that one.
all right? So maybe it's
The first of April.
either that or the end of March.
That would be fine because it would give more daylight hours for the ride and
When is time change?
Technically, March 31st is Friday. April 1st is Saturday.
Oh,
That's
And March 12th is when the time change begins.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, April 4th, go down there on the 31st on that Friday. And then right on Saturday.
That's a lot.
April's cool.
we can set that, and if I can get it like a proposed head count, I'll make arrangements with the person at the hotel or motel to block a set of rooms for.
that's fantastic.
Last time down, he gave us a good rate.
All right, so I'd say, all right, so we amended the motion to the 31st and the 1st. All right. Any more discussion?
If we let Jerry lead, we could do it in half a day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Vote.
Okay, all in favor?
By the way,
Yay!
jump,
All right.
anytime jump
Abstain.
under massive construction, they're putting in, it appears, I think it's a racetrack right across from the pilot.
Woo-hoo.
What kind of race?
No, the racetrack.
Gas station.
Oh,
All right, so I think really we have the dates now. Jerry, if you can talk to the hotel, right?
Yeah, find out.
should we start a sign?
Find out when's the last date they need us to confirm numbers.
Well, I can, anytime, really, I can get down as long as we know what weekend it's gonna be.
31st. I think everybody agrees on 31st of March right now. I think, we'll give everybody a chance to talk to their spouses or significant others, make sure there's no conflicts, and then do like a solid head count, maybe 30, 45 days ahead of time.
I can, also, my friend, I'm sure most of the people have met him here at the, post for karaoke. He knows a good country band that they could probably get set up to play at the VFW or, one of the other venues so that we would have entertainment that night, other than people wanting to wander off to the casino.
So I think we're set 31st and 1st. And let's look at the next meeting, which would be what, 60 days out almost? 45 days out? Lock in, hey, who's going? Get the numbers and all that. And, I'm not sure about trying to get somebody to lock in entertainment, right? I think that's an option for everybody who goes down what they want to do, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so, if they want entertainment, that's fine, but I'm not sure locking us into a certain location this early would be the right step. All right, it's on it's in the book, and,
Another question is, how do we want to do it?
Last one was good.
How about Mother's Day?
Between the folks, there were a lot of posts running different things like that.
Yeah, but we put ours out there first.
no, it really wasn't proposed thing, district, and I said, if another company or group throws something out there, it is what it is. It just happened to be a big event that kind of took riders out the whole way. Mark, there's another run that had like 200 riders. If we're going to do it, I would say maybe it's June, May, June, July time, something summer.
How about Mother's Day?
Hey,
Yeah, but not every mother probably rides. So do you want to spend time with your wife on Mother's Day, or do you want to spend time on a ride that you don't want to be part of?
When we did the Mount St. Helens Blowout for Special on Mother's Day, raised $13, $600. We donated $2,000. Maybe it was because we had the Olympians, but we also had all the officers, right? And they loved the fact that you said June, Father's Day. I don't know how many people guys in golf beside me, but one of the two, but you're asking for days.
No.
Right.
Okay. That's what I'd say we do it mid-year, right? And maybe it's, if that's the case, January now, it's 5 to 6 months out, start and maybe, look at it and maybe next month, start pinpointing, right? Looking at what else in the area is going on, all right? And what may be a conflict. The thing is, if there's any rides in June, I don't even know if they're out there.
Right.
That's the kind of problem.
Would it be possible to work with one of the two people that we have,
That might be happening.
in with us, and then once they're part of the design and we're going to their post, they come to our post, and if they're okay with it, then they go when they're having a ride, we can do it there. And then it's gonna give us at least, double the records.
What's the incentive for fundraising?
That's actually the building up. Help build back here.
I don't think it's necessarily where we, the recipient of the fundraising always has to be the post, right? If we have some other cause that we want to do, then we can do that too, right? So if it's summer, is there, some other event or some other, what month does June begin? Everybody has, there's a cancer month, there's suicide month, there's this month, there's that month. We could look at it like that too. That may actually draw a little bit more people than just, hey, we're going to do a poker run for this.
Just one quick suggestion. So Space Coast Harley Davidson is really very friendly to a lot of different groups. And in our planning phases, it's reach out to them and say, hey, we would like to do a poker run. I know it may seem out there, but maybe consider having them as option poker run.
We've worked with our legal
And I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, you know, if you give them enough time, they have like not a PAO, but they're marketing people. And the nice thing about that is, you know, the Harley Davidson deal, just add a little more, stop and get a card or a shirt or whatever. And they sometimes can have a tendency to get money back because they make money.
No, we've had, we've done some events down there in the past. They haven't really panned out that well, right? Whether it's VFW and more VFW centric, events, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
I know see, you know, combat vets, I set something up for combat vets about 2 years. Pretty well, they had a
yes. We've done that before in the last quarter, right? First one was obvious, the second one, we had Legions, right? And everything. It's just the last poker run was light, right? So, yeah.
But none of them, from either of the two leagues, come here. I got what it's for.
Right.
I was hoping maybe we could try and help make that better. I know that we'll go this.
Can we go back to Bike Week? I'd like to propose that as our group, try to get a group together and go to Bike Week together.
I mean, you could do that. The only thing you got to be aware of is that most places, they don't want any colors at all, whether you're Legion, VFW, CBMA, MC, you know, most of your places, they don't want anything.
Well, we could still ride as a group, whether we wear our best or.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I know. But you know, I've ridden with a friend from Titusville. We've gone with as many as a dozen bikes all the way up, spent the whole day and come back together. You know,
Now we've done an event our first year. We rode up there. I think 2 years, right? So.
Well, you got kind of like 3 different places. You have the beachfront area, then you have Destination Boulevard, whatever they call it. Then there's another place, I forget the name of it, it's kind of more out in the country where they have. But so the 3 different areas, like if you don't get into the main part of the beach, I think that might be a lot easier for us to maneuver around with a bunch of.
Oktoberfest is like different. They haven't set up the race.
No, not quite.
I know, but they're also talking about doing that.
Yeah.
Daytona Bike Week just had the main event at Daytona Speedway.
Yes, they do.
They haven't set up much at the racetrack in the last 3 years, but you got Destination, Main Street, and the Cabbage Patch.
That's it. That's what I was trying to think of, the Cabbage Patch. That's a cool.
That's a day's full of riding.
Yeah, I mean, there's Cabbage Patch.
I'm just thinking of the VFW riders being together, you know, as a group.
Well, when you go to the Cabbage Patch, wear your colors. Out there.
Well, you can spend the day there because of the never-ending music. One band stops, the other one starts.
Coleslaw Russ.
I seen a guy.
Midgets or women?
You can watch the girls.
Big guy.
Chicks kicking his ass.
When he picked her up over her head and threw her down.
We can always dress Josh in a bikini and let him get in the coleslaw.
I fucking put that in my attic. I wasn't feeling like taking it down.
Let's just put Jerry back up on that stage.
Well,
So, all right, so let's look at this, right? If you're looking at something like that, it's either gonna be what, the 3rd or the 4th, either that Friday or Saturday, or when it goes from what, the 3rd to the 12th? Third to the 11th? All right, third to the 12th. So would people be would we be interested in rolling up there as a group at some point on one of those weekends?
Oh, yeah. You can roll up there, you don't have to stay there.
Right, yeah.
Keep in mind, the 10th of March is our fight night.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
easy
that
to adjust.
I think the only thing I would say is that, you know, you get in the main Daytona Beach area. I think the other two locations would be pretty cool, but man, you know, bike week, you know, I like his idea, but I think we'd be more better off going like Cabbage Patch or Destination, you know, where the Harley, but I don't think we want to get into the main, where all the bars and all that stuff, because that's just been.
Well, that's why I say you go up there as a group, stop someplace, work around a little bit, and you split, go wherever you go. You don't have to stay.
You can spend a lot of time at destination, there's a lot there.
Both the Cabbage and the Destination, you could spend the whole day there and stay together.
I know women can tell you Iron Horse and all that. But I don't have a horse.
Jerry's a star at Dirty Harry. He's the water boy at Dirty Harry.
Who was?
I said, you're the star at Dirty Harry.
What? Yeah,
For the water boy.
yeah. The boys spent a lot of money there.
I mean, that's something to consider.
Gisela said I could never do that again.
Who said that? Jesus? Always wondered.
So the only question is, are we all wearing the, Josh approved over the shoulder board at both man holder for,
Yes,
okay, do they all have to be yellow or can we wear pink?
pink is acceptable. Okay, so I think it's January, February meeting, we can confirm, right, if we want to ride up, you know, does everybody feel open to that? All right, and then is it a ride up, crash there, ride back, is it a ride up, day to day, ride back? Those are kind of some of the questions that we can look at, all right, but, if you're going up, I'd say if you already got plans to go up and all that stuff, don't change plans, right? If you're getting a place to stay right now, I know you like to stay there in the hotel. Yeah.
Might go up, I'll come back.
Okay.
I'll probably be there.
Yeah. All right, so I think, so next riders meeting, let's come up, I know several of us will probably go up, let's kind of coordinate on what. That work? That works. Everybody agree with that? All right. And if we did, be the first weekend? Not the last.
Preferably, yeah, that's when everybody's on their way.
Yep.
Once you get the set up, it's a little less crowded.
Yep. All right, let me go over the thing you got. So we already talked 19th, which is this. Squat and Gobble is the 19th. Well, first bike night will be this coming Friday, right? We're doing hamburgers and brats. And there'll be music, all right? So they'll start at 5. Chow will start at 5. So if you got some free time, you want to come up and help out, we'll probably start throwing stuff on the grill at 4. All right? I'll be here. All right. The 19th is our Squat and Gobble. We go to Outriggers. That'll be here at 6 p.m. If you're down south and you don't want to come all the way here to ride back, hey, just let us know. And you can join in somewhere along that line. All right. I'll send out meeting notices for bike night and for Squat and Gobble. So if you can't, if you want to meet or catch us along the way, and you want us to look out for you, just respond to that and let me know. So then the next question would be February, squat and gobble would be on the 16th of February. And with maybe a location for, that.
Squid lips, Cocoa Beach.
With Lips, Cocoa Beach, I would say definitely on the north side, right? Because we've done, south now for a couple times, somewhere, up on the north side. So there's Squid Lips. Any other suggestions?
I don't know the name of the bar, but there's one right next to Coconuts in Cocoa. They have two pool tables too, dark pools, tables. They're right on the water, they're not too expensive, yeah. Just to have something to do too, to hang out.
That's kind of a small place, isn't it?
No, it opens up and it's, oh, you're thinking up or down, right across the street. So this is on, across the street, but on the water.
Oh, okay.
So it's right to the left of it. If you hit the beach, Coconuts is on your right, this is on your left.
Oh, yeah.
They've got food, they've got, like I said, pool tables, dartboards, things to do other
I
stuff.
kind of like the pool, you know, all those Squid Lips is good, but the pool table and darts and everything, just give us maybe a game or two there.
You ever run into another post?
Park over there.
What's that?
We could park over there.
Yeah. As far as going to another post,
Like Satellite Beach Post School and
yeah,
go there, invade.
Just one thought on that, so when we do the squat gobbles, the thing that, I like PR, public relations, so a lot of people don't even know about the VFW riders. Okay, this is a really unusual thing you guys got going on, so if you get out away from where people probably know about you, that's where you might get people that might want to join. So like going out to these places, people go, oh, you know, they see your patch and they wonder who you are. I just think maybe that's a better way to go. Like for the, for the poker runs, yeah, go to the Legions and other VFWs, but try and get your name out there at different places like Palomar Mo's or Outrigger, because you don't know who's in there. There's a lot of veterans that go hang out.
Big Six Crossroads. I heard that's really good.
It is.
Marshall Landing.
What's that, Jerry?
Marshall Landing.
What is that?
Yeah, that's a cool place.
Marshall Landing. It's a nice place, got good food.
all right, so that's south, so that might be a good one for the following month, right? Because we're trying to change up the route a little bit. But I get it with, Satellite Beach, they are, that's what might, if we wanted to go and stop there on the way back.
Maybe that's.
Eat and then swing by there, right? Because you ain't gonna get no gobble on it, so like,
True.
right? So,
Yeah, and you expose the pets to VFW.
No, I understand. I'm just saying that, you go to places. A lot of people don't know about this group. I didn't even know about this group.
all right, so, Brett, you know the name of that place we're talking about? You looking it up? All right. I think really the discussion is either that or Squid Lip. It's just north of, the one just north of,
It's right there. The Air Force Base.
yeah, the one just beach.
Yeah, I'm the one in Fort now.
Josh, Beach Shack. Beach Shack. That's the right name. All right, so Beach Shack or Squid Lip. No, not Squid Lip, or Squid Lip, just north of the boat. It's right on the water. Right at the English. It just has the base. You know where the split is? Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Or
So we're supposed to be 2 months out.
Yeah, this would be February, all right?
No,
So now we're looking at April.
No, we're looking at February. We have Outriggers this month.
Right.
In January. We're looking for our location in February. If we can identify March, I'm fine with it. We have to want to take 1 month ahead.
Right.
Josh, are you gonna get the operator? You get the.
I don't care. I call them.
If you will, I don't want to start every game, but I definitely would want it because they all have something.
And so do. All right, hey, can you go ahead and make sure that you call them?
I'll take care of it. I'm just offering you're super crazy busy. Do you want to volunteer? I'd like to be a PA, but I don't want to stop on any.
I don't think there's anybody else here.
And in fact, we can already give you a pack right after this. All right. All right, real quick, by show of hands, squid lips. Raise your hand for squid lips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, squid lips it is. And then we'll stay there, and then maybe swing by Satellite Beach to the right there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, squid lips it is. 6 p.m. here. All right, I like it.
Okay, so anyways, we're gonna bring up the insurance again. Okay, so we talked about no more than $500.
I'll allocate $500 for.
Right, there it went down. Where you can-
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what I want to say is we don't need any other really big ones. You know, I mean, we got 3X and 2X, so. I mean, basically,
I'll do the inventory first and see what we don't have.
well, the odd side is like that. Because I'm not sure.
All right, so we talked squat and gobble. I think that was the last thing I had on my. Then you go back to interviews.
So we're looking at the post meeting is what, Monday? A week of Monday. Week of Monday. So I think it needs to be brought up about the addition that we're talking about next year.
And just one more thing, my father was real heavy in the American Legion, but he wasn't qualified to be in the VFW, but I want to put my money where my mouth is and show my friends to get this thing done. I'm going to be donating a pretty substantial amount of money in my father. So that's something I can do. You know, I have to, I'm a life member, but
That could be, you could have his name as the annex.
no, I don't want to do that like that, but maybe if I put black somewhere out here, I want to make this happen.
I think if you could either, you know, when you decide what that is, all right, either talk to myself or Brett, or if you want to come in and meet me and actually.
Yeah, something like that, you know,
Okay.
so, yeah, it's just for me to do something.
Decide which meeting you want or how long you need, let us know and we'll make sure Brett will put you on the agenda so you can come in and do all that.
John, just because he wasn't a VFW member, he served, right? Yeah. We cover all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, little twist of fate or change the subject on it. We've got a trailer so far, and we want to make it look like a covered way. The other thing that we've talked about doing is, if you know somebody with an old boat trailer or whatever, modifying it where we can put a basket on it, where we can haul it up. Final rest of the place. Did it on Maui. This is something you don't want to do.
So the casket is what you're talking about the Memorial ride coming down, right? Or the wall.
Wall, however we wanna do it.
Oh, are you talking about just in general?
In general,
I got you.
this time, who's been the last ride? All the, president of the, there, who's, all veterans are allowed to play worldwide now out of Europe. He's one who started it. We got to take this one.
Any comments?
You have a seatbelt?
I'm sure.
I
I'm
didn't
sure
know.
it's gonna be empty, look down some.
Is that even legal? Can you haul a corpse? Wow. That's heavy duty. And what, put a hitch on the bike and?
We already got the vision lights.
We'll test it out, we'll put Mike in.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, these people-
That's, I agree with you, that would be quite a way to honor somebody.
And it would give the veterans better.
Wow, so what are you looking for, a trailer to get started on the property?
All of us.
Mull that over.
Yeah.
Please do.
We should
Please
think
do.
about
Find
that.
out if we can get someone to donate the trailer. Fabrication. Electric cycle is wearing on the bike. All.
Yeah.
Like he has a hitch on his, or he has a trailer up there.
Yeah, we're already set up over here. We got the dogs with us.
All right,
You'd have to get something on Google from,
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm bringing it here now.
Gotta
It's
have
gonna go all the way down.
the National Cemetery up at Scottsmore has a system that if you donate X amount of money, if you all remember Cowboy Bill that passed away,
Yep.
this family, somebody donated an extra $200, and they brought his remains in on the case, which was very, very impressive. That the cemetery had to approve. The ceremony was it's hard to explain. It was just brought tears to your eyes. What he's saying is a great idea.
That is, that's
Melbourne
incredible.
just buried, one of their large cases. And we built it up to do that for the fire.
so I think this thing you really gotta look at is, all right, now we would need, a trailer, right? Or keep an eye out on somebody looking to donate a trailer or something, right?
I think the first thing that I would do is check up at the business office at the cemetery and ask them what does the system, what can we actually do something like that before you go to the expense of getting a trailer, or not just the expense but the issue. Can that be done? Would they approve it?
All right, so I would say maybe, yeah, there's a little bit more, information to find out on that. Just before we say, hey, yeah, let's look at moving forward on this. So,
Yeah, I'd be worried about insurance, if anything happened to the desk, there's all things you gotta consider.
I'll check with my insurance agent to see if I need to modify my policy, because we've got it covered in the trailer now.
I mean, good idea. On just my person, what it took me personally, it's not something I would push at this time, right? I think there is some work to do on that with the trailer and the tab and everything, and with a lot of stuff we have going on, where does that rank with some of the other stuff, right? But you know, throw it out there, but it's a good thing to keep in mind that if you do see somebody or want to sell a trailer for cheap or something,
I'll donate it to.
Hey, Josh, one quick thought on that. I think it's a really cool idea, but would we want to talk to like the Patriot riders before?
There is no Patriot Guard Rider chapter for the Space Coast. I've already looked into that.
That answers that question.
I'm sorry, guys, I get around for this second.
Going fishing.
Yeah, Tom,
I thought you was going bike ride.
I was, and then I called Emily and said about fishing.
Yeah, right.
All right, so that's new business in the good of order.
Okay, so our next meeting,
February 12th.
and bike nights is coming Friday. And doesn't please go over
Attention to colors. Present arms. Ready, two. Meeting is adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.